The journey of progress is paved with challenges, setbacks, and moments that test our resolve. We often hear the phrase, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. But have we truly grasped its profound meaning? A time when you faced a seemingly insurmountable obstacle. Perhaps it was a career setback, a personal loss, or a goal that felt just out of reach. In those moments, the struggle felt all-consuming, didn't it? But here's the truth. Those very struggles are the catalyst for your greatest achievements. Years ago, I met a young entrepreneur named Caroline. Fresh out of college, Caroline had a brilliant idea for a tech startup. She poured her heart and soul into her business plan, convinced she had the next big thing. But when she presented her idea to investors, she was met with rejection after rejection. Each no felt like a punch to the gut. Most people would have given up after the 10th rejection, but not Caroline. She saw each setback as valuable feedback. She refined her pitch, tweaked her business model, and persevered. After 47 rejections, yes, 47, she finally secured the funding she needed. Today, her company is valued at over $100 million and employs hundreds of people. Progress is born from struggle. Those 47 rejections weren't just obstacles. They were stepping stones. Each no pushed her to improve, to innovate, to become better than she was the day before. Now, you might be thinking, that's great for Caroline, but what about me? I am not trying to build $1 million company. The beauty of this principle is that it applies to every area of life, from the grandest ambitions to the smallest personal goals. Have you ever started a new exercise routine only to find yourself sore and exhausted after the first week? That struggle, the aching muscles, the mental battle to get up and go to the gym is precisely what leads to progress. Your body adapts, grows stronger, and becomes more resilient because of the challenges you put it through. The same principle applies to learning a new skill. Whether you're picking up a musical instrument, learning a new language, or mastering a professional skill, the initial struggle is inevitable. You will hit wrong notes, mispronounce words, and make mistakes. But each of these struggles is a crucial step towards mastery. Why struggle is so essential for progress? When we face challenges, our brains are forced to create new neural pathways. This process, known as neuroplasticity, is how we learn and grow. Without struggle, our brains would remain stagnant, our skills would plateau, and our personal growth would come to a grinding halt. Struggle builds resilience. Each time we face a challenge and overcome it, we prove to ourselves that we are capable of more than we thought possible. This builds a reservoir of confidence that we can draw upon in future challenges. Not all struggle leads to progress. The key is to engage in productive struggle, challenges that push us just beyond our current capabilities. This is what psychologists call the zone of proximal development. It's the sweet spot where the task is difficult enough to be challenging, but not so difficult that it becomes overwhelming. Finding this balance requires self-awareness and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. It means setting goals that stretch you but don't break you. It means embracing discomfort as a sign of growth rather than a signal to retreat. Sometimes we need to choose the greater struggle to achieve greater progress. The comfortable path might seem appealing, but it rarely leads to significant growth. This principle extends beyond our professional lives. Think about relationships, for instance. The strongest bonds are often forged through shared struggles. Couples who weather financial hardships, health scares, or other life challenges together often emerge with a deeper, more resilient connection. Even in society at large, progress is invariably tied to struggle. Every major social advancement, from civil rights to technological breakthroughs, has come at the cost of tremendous effort and sacrifice. The struggle for equality, for innovation, for a better world is ongoing, and it's through this collective struggle that we inch closer to a more just and advanced society. Embracing struggle does not mean seeking out hardship for its own sake. It's not about making life unnecessarily difficult. Rather, it's about recognizing that challenges are an inevitable and necessary part of growth and approaching them with the right mindset. This mindset shift is crucial. Instead of viewing struggles as roadblocks, we need to see them as opportunities. Every problem becomes a chance to learn. Every setback a stepping stone to something greater. The Wright brothers didn't achieve flight on their first attempt. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb in one try. These breakthroughs came after countless failures, each one providing valuable data that brought them closer to success. In your own life, think about a time when you failed at something important to you. In the moment, it probably felt devastating, but with the benefit of hindsight, can you see how that failure taught you valuable lessons? How it made you stronger, more resilient, more prepared for future challenges? This is the paradox of struggle. While it's uncomfortable in the moment, it's the very thing that propels us forward. It's the resistance that builds our strength, the obstacles that clarify our path, the setbacks that fuel our determination. But how do we cultivate this mindset? How do we train ourselves to embrace struggle rather than shy away from it? Here are a few strategies to consider. First, reframe your perspective on challenges. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, try asking, how can I do this? The simple shift turns obstacles into puzzles to be solved, igniting your creativity and problem-solving skills. Second, set ambitious but achievable goals. Remember the concept of productive struggle we discussed earlier? Apply it to your goal setting. Aim for targets that push you out of your comfort zone but are still within the realm of possibility. Third, celebrate your efforts, not just your outcomes. Too often, we fixate on results and forget to acknowledge the growth that happens along the way. Take time to recognize the progress you have made, even if you haven't reached your ultimate goal yet. Fourth, surround yourself with people who understand and support your journey. Having a strong support system can make all the difference when you are in the thick of a struggle. These should be people who encourage you to push forward, but also provide a safety net when you need it. Fifth, practice self-compassion. Struggle is hard, and it's okay to acknowledge that. Be kind to yourself when things get tough. Remember, the fact that you are struggling means you are growing. I once met a woman named Elena at a conference. Elena had a successful career in marketing, but she'd always dreamed of being a writer. For years, she told herself she was too busy, too old, or not talented enough to pursue this dream. One day, Elena decided enough was enough. She committed to writing for an hour every day, no matter what. The first few weeks were torture. She stared at blank pages, wrote sentences only to delete them, and questioned her sanity for even trying. But Elena persevered. She joined a writing group, took classes, and submitted her work to literary magazines. The rejections piled up, but so did her skills. After a year of consistent effort, Elena had completed her first novel. Was it a bestseller? No. In fact, it was rejected by every publisher she sent it to. But Elena didn't give up. She saw each rejection as feedback, an opportunity to improve. She revised her novel, honed her craft, and kept writing. 3 years and 2 more novels later, Elena finally got her break. A small publishing house picked up her third novel. It wasn't a massive commercial success, but it received critical acclaim and opened doors for her in the literary world. Today, Elena is a full-time author with several books under her belt. She often says that those early struggles, the blank pages, the rejections, the self-doubt, were the most valuable part of her journey. They taught her perseverance, helped her develop her unique voice, and gave her the resilience to weather the ups and downs of a writing career. Elena's story encapsulates everything we have discussed today. She chose to embrace a significant struggle in pursuit of her dream. She reframed her perspective on challenges, set ambitious but achievable goals, celebrated her efforts along the way, surrounded herself with supportive people, and practiced self-compassion through the difficult times. Most importantly, Elena understood that the struggle itself was an integral part of her progress. Without those difficult early days, she wouldn't have developed the skills and resilience needed to succeed as an author. It's easy to say, embrace the struggle when we're feeling motivated and energized, but what about those times when the challenges seem overwhelming, when the path forward is unclear and our confidence is shaken? It's crucial to remember that struggle is not a sign of weakness or inadequacy. It's a natural part of any worthwhile endeavor. In fact, if you are not struggling, you are probably not pushing yourself hard enough. When you work out at the gym, the resistance you feel in your muscles is what causes them to grow stronger. Without that resistance, without that struggle, there would be no improvement. The same principle applies to every area of our lives. When you are learning a new skill, the frustration you feel when you can't get it right is part of the process. It's your brain forming new neural connections, adapting to new information. The struggle is literally reshaping your mind, making you more capable than you were before. In your career, Those projects that push you to the limit of your abilities. They're not just tasks to be completed. They're opportunities for exponential growth. Each challenge you overcome expands your skill set, increases your value, and opens doors to new opportunities. Even in our personal relationships, struggle plays a vital role. The conflicts we navigate, the compromises we make, the difficult conversations we have, these are all forms of struggle that, when approached with the right mindset, lead to deeper understanding, stronger bonds, and more fulfilling relationships. It's not just about enduring struggle, it's about engaging with it actively and purposefully. It's about seeking out challenges that align with your goals and values and approaching them with curiosity and determination. Meet Dr. James Thompson, a renowned surgeon who revolutionized a particular type of heart surgery. But Dr. Thompson's path to success was far from smooth. As a medical student, James struggled with hand tremors. Many of his professors suggested he choose a different specialty, one that didn't require such steady hands. But James was determined to become a surgeon. Instead of giving up, he decided to confront his challenge head-on. James developed a rigorous training regimen to improve his fine motor control. He practiced suturing for hours each day, often late into the night. He took up hobbies like calligraphy and model building to further refine his dexterity. The process was frustrating and often disheartening. There were many times when James wondered if his critics were right, if he should just give up on his dream. But he persevered. Slowly but surely, his hand control improved. By the time he finished his residency, James had not only overcome his tremors, but had developed an exceptional level of precision in his surgical technique. This hard-won skill led James to innovate new surgical procedures that were less invasive and more precise than traditional methods. His struggle with hand tremors had forced him to approach surgery from a different angle, to think creatively about how to achieve the best outcomes with the steadiest possible movements. Today, Dr. Thompson's techniques have improved outcomes for thousands of patients around the world. The very struggle that threatened to derail his career became the catalyst for his greatest contributions to the field of medicine. James's story teaches us several important lessons about struggle and progress. First, our greatest weaknesses can become our greatest strengths if we are willing to confront them directly. James could have chosen an easier path, but by tackling his challenge head-on, he not only overcame it, but used it as a springboard for innovation. Second, progress often requires us to go above and beyond what others expect of us. James didn't just practice surgery, he engaged in a holistic program of self-improvement that went far beyond his formal training. Third, the skills and mindset we develop through struggle often have applications we can't foresee. James's intense focus on precision didn't just make him a good surgeon, it made him an innovator who changed his entire field. Finally, our struggles can give us unique insights and perspectives that can benefit others. James's techniques, born from his own challenges, ended up helping countless patients. As you reflect on Dr. Thompson's journey, think about your own life. What are the challenges you are facing right now? How might they be opportunities in disguise? What unique strengths or perspectives might you gain by confronting these struggles head-on? Remember, the goal is not to seek out unnecessary hardship. It's to approach the inevitable challenges of life and growth with a mindset that embraces struggle as a pathway to progress. This mindset shift can be transformative in every area of your life. In your career, it means volunteering for the tough projects, seeking out opportunities to learn and grow, even when they're uncomfortable. In your personal development, it means setting ambitious goals and being willing to fail and learn as you work towards them. In your relationships, embracing struggle might mean having those difficult conversations, working through conflicts rather than avoiding them, and being willing to be vulnerable and grow together. In your health and fitness journey, it means pushing yourself to do that extra rep, to run that extra mile, to choose the nutritious meal over the convenient one. Embracing struggle does not mean you have to do it alone. In fact, one of the most powerful things you can do is to build a support network of people who understand and encourage your growth mindset. These are the people who will cheer you on when you're facing challenges, who will offer a different perspective when you are stuck, and who will remind you of your strength and capability when you are doubting yourself. They're also the people who will challenge you, who will push you to be better, who won't let you settle for less than your best. Building this network takes effort. It means being vulnerable, being willing to share your struggles and your ambitions. It means being there for others in the same way, but the payoff is immense. With the right support system, you will find yourself more resilient, more motivated, and more capable of turning struggles into stepping stones for progress. Every great advancement in human history, every personal triumph, every moment of true growth has come through struggle. The Wright brothers and their countless failed attempts before achieving flight. Marie Curie and her years of painstaking research in the face of skepticism and health risks. Nelson Mandela and his decades-long struggle against apartheid. And countless unnamed individuals who have overcome personal challenges, pursued their dreams in the face of adversity, and pushed themselves to grow and improve day by day. You're part of this grand tradition. Your struggles, your efforts to grow and improve, your willingness to face challenges head on. These are what move humanity forward. They're what move you forward. I want you to make a commitment to yourself. Promise that you will embrace the struggles that come your way. Promise that you will see them not as burdens, but as opportunities. Promise that you will keep pushing forward even when it's difficult, especially when it's difficult. Because that's where the magic happens. That's where breakthroughs occur. That's where you discover what you are truly capable of. Remember, the greatest version of yourself is waiting on the other side of struggle. Every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, brings you one step closer to becoming that person. The journey may be difficult, but I promise you it's worth it. Embrace the discomfort of growth, the uncertainty of pushing your boundaries, the temporary pain of stretching beyond your current capabilities. Remember that struggle is not a linear process. There will be days when you feel like you are taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. This is normal and even necessary. Just as a muscle needs time to recover and rebuild after a workout, your mind and spirit need time to integrate the lessons learned from each struggle. The process of building resilience, like forging a sword. The metal must be heated, hammered, and cooled repeatedly. Each cycle of stress and recovery makes the blade stronger, more flexible, more capable of withstanding pressure without breaking. You are that sword, and each struggle you face is another round in the forging process. But it's not just about enduring. It's about learning to thrive in the face of adversity. This is where the concept of post-traumatic growth comes into play. It's the idea that people can emerge from challenging experiences with a greater appreciation for life, more meaningful relationships, a stronger sense of personal strength, recognition of new possibilities, and spiritual development. A time when you overcame a significant challenge. How did it change you? Did you discover strengths you didn't know you had? Did it alter your perspective on what's truly important in life? These are the gifts that struggle can bring when we approach it with the right mindset. In our journey of embracing struggle, we must redefine our relationship with failure. Too often we see failure as the end of the road, a sign that we should give up. But in reality, failure is just another form of feedback. It's information that we can use to adjust our approach, refine our skills, and ultimately move closer to our goals. Thomas Edison, in his quest to invent the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This perspective transforms failure from a roadblock into a stepping stone. Each failure brought Edison closer to success, teaching him valuable lessons along the way. Adopting this mindset requires practice and persistence. It means training yourself to ask, what can I learn from this? Rather than, why did this happen to me? It means viewing setbacks as temporary and changeable rather than permanent and pervasive. As you cultivate this resilient mindset, you will find that your capacity for handling struggle increases. What once seemed like an insurmountable challenge becomes an interesting problem to solve. The discomfort of growth becomes a familiar friend, a signal that you are on the right track. Embracing struggle does not mean you have to be in a constant state of stress or discomfort. It's about finding the right balance between challenge and recovery, between pushing your limits and allowing yourself time to rest and recharge. Think of it like interval training in fitness. High-intensity periods are followed by recovery periods, allowing for maximum growth and adaptation. In life, periods of intense challenge should be balanced with periods of reflection, rest, and integration. This balance is crucial not just for your mental and emotional well-being, but for your physical health as well. Chronic, unrelenting stress can have serious negative impacts on your body. But when you learn to navigate struggle effectively, to push yourself and then allow for recovery, you build not just mental resilience, but physical resilience as well. Remember that struggle is not just an individual experience. We are all interconnected, and our personal struggles and triumphs ripple out to affect those around us. When you face your challenges head on, when you persist in the face of difficulty, you are not just changing yourself. You are setting an example for others. You are contributing to a culture that values growth, resilience, and perseverance. Your struggle and your progress become a source of inspiration and motivation for those around you. Moreover, the skills and strengths you develop through your struggles equip you to make greater contributions to the world. The empathy you develop through facing your own challenges allows you to better support others. The problem-solving skills you hone through overcoming obstacles can be applied to solving larger societal issues. In essence, by embracing your personal struggles and using them as catalysts for growth, you are not just improving your own life. You are playing a part in the progress of humanity as a whole. Close your eyes for a moment and picture yourself as a mighty oak tree. Your roots run deep into the earth, grounding you and providing stability. Your trunk is strong, built up over years of withstanding storms and harsh conditions. Imagine a strong wind begins to blow. Feel it, pushing against your branches, bending them, challenging your strength, but instead of breaking you, flex and sway, the wind, rather than defeating you, is actually making you stronger. It's causing your roots to dig deeper, your trunk to become more resilient, your branches to become more flexible. This is the essence of what it means to embrace struggle as a pathway to progress. The challenges you face are that wind, pushing against you, testing you, but with each gust, each challenge, you are becoming stronger, more resilient, more capable. As you develop this mindset, as you learn to embrace struggle rather than avoid it, you will find that your capacity for growth expands. What once seemed like an insurmountable challenge becomes a stepping stone to even greater achievements. You will start to seek out challenges rather than avoid them. You will view problems as opportunities rather than obstacles. You will develop a resilience that allows you to bounce back from setbacks faster and stronger than before. This does not mean the path will be easy. There will still be days when the struggle feels overwhelming, when you question whether it's all worth it. In those moments, remember why you started. Remember the progress you have already made. Remember that the struggle itself is shaping you, preparing you for even greater things. Think of life as a grand adventure, with each struggle as a new chapter. Some chapters will be more challenging than others, but each one is essential to the overall story. Without the difficult parts, the triumphs wouldn't be as sweet. Without the setbacks, the comebacks wouldn't be as inspiring. You are capable of far more than you realize. The struggles you face are not obstacles to your progress. They are the very things that make progress possible. They are the chisel that sculpts you into your best self, the fire that forges your strength, the wind that helps you grow strong and flexible. So embrace your struggles. Welcome them as old friends, knowing that each one brings with it the seed of greater strength, deeper wisdom, and new opportunities. Face your challenges with courage, knowing that on the other side of them lies a version of yourself that you have yet to meet, a version that is stronger, wiser, and more capable than you can currently imagine. Remember, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. But where there is struggle, progress is not just possible, it's inevitable. So go forth, embrace your struggles, and watch in amazement as you progress beyond your wildest dreams. The world is waiting for the incredible person you're becoming. Don't keep it waiting. Embrace the struggle, make your progress, and show the world what you are truly capable of achieving. Your journey of growth and progress is uniquely yours. No one else can walk your path or face your struggles for you. But in facing them, in pushing through them, you become not just a better version of yourself, but an inspiration to others. Your struggle, your perseverance, your progress, these are gifts not just to yourself, but to the world. So step boldly into the arena of life. Face your challenges with courage and determination. Embrace your struggles as the gifts they are, opportunities for growth, catalysts for change, pathways to progress. And as you do, know that you are part of a grand tradition of human striving and achievement, adding your own unique chapter to the story of human progress. The road ahead may be difficult, but you are more than capable of navigating it. You have within you everything you need to turn struggles into strengths, obstacles into opportunities, and setbacks into comebacks. Trust in your ability to grow, to learn, to adapt, and to overcome. Carry with you the knowledge that every struggle you face is an opportunity for progress. Every challenge is a chance to grow stronger. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. You have the power to transform your struggles into stepping stones, your obstacles into opportunities, your setbacks into success. So go forth with courage and determination. Embrace the struggles that come your way, knowing that each one is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. Face your challenges head on with the confidence that comes from understanding this fundamental truth. The harder the struggle, the greater the progress. Your future self is waiting. The best version of you is on the other side of the challenges you face today. So step boldly into the struggle, knowing that with each step, you are not just making progress, you are becoming progress personified. The world needs your unique gifts, your particular brand of courage, your special kind of resilience. It needs the person you are becoming through your struggles and your triumphs. So don't hold back. Don't shy away from the difficult path. Embrace it, knowing that it's leading you to greatness. Remember, in the grand story of your life, struggle is not the enemy. It's the ally that pushes you to grow, to learn, to become more than you were yesterday. It's the force that propels you towards your dreams, that shapes you into the person you are meant to be. So embrace the struggle, embrace the growth, embrace the journey of becoming the best version of yourself, because in the end, that's what life is all about: continual progress, constant growth, always reaching for something higher. You have within you the power to overcome any obstacle, to rise above any challenge, to turn any struggle into a stepping stone for success. All you need is the courage to embrace the difficulty, the perseverance to keep pushing forward, and the wisdom to recognize that the struggle itself is your path to greatness. Go out there and make progress. Embrace the struggles that come your way, knowing that each one is an opportunity for growth. Face your challenges head on with the confidence that comes from understanding this fundamental truth. If there's no struggle, there is no progress. But where there is struggle, progress is not just possible, it's inevitable. Your journey awaits, your growth beckons. Your progress is calling. Answer that call with courage, with determination, with the unshakable belief that you are capable of greatness, because you are. Now go out there and show the world what you are made of. Your greatest achievements, your most significant progress, lie just on the other side of the struggles you face today. Embrace them and watch yourself soar.